half hour on Mainland 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos. This is where maybe, probably you have been teaching and you have been thirsty to be in the midst of conversation about how you can invest your money so well, you are in the right place because we are always on standby for you every Friday morning to bring to your listening pleasure. As a matter of fact, to give you expert advice on how you can invest your money into something that definitely worth it and will give you even more gain, and you would definitely not regret that. So you're welcome to ArcView Hour. Once again, I'm in the 98.3 FM. I have with me, as always, the CEO ArcView Investment Limited, Ambassador Shogun Shundaro. Good morning. Good to have you.
Good morning, Lady Mo. Good morning to all our listeners. It's always my pleasure to be here.
And also in the studio with me is the head credit and risk management at Pay Microfinance Bank, formerly Prospects Microfinance Bank, Miss Mary Olawan. Good morning, good to have you.
Good morning, Lady Mo. Good morning, speakers. Listeners, sorry. Good morning.
Thank you for joining us again today. Ambassador, let's start from here. I wanted to bring it up last week, but because of our time didn't permit. It's about sustainability. You know, there's a thing there is a thing in Nigeria where we most times lack the sustainability ability. I mean, the ability to sustain things. You know, when we create a thing, that ability to sustain that thing, it's most times always lagging. And you see estates, you see households, you see buildings, and then years after, you see how they are. I mean, talking about maintenance, talking about how they sustain that, quality that you started with in the first place. And so let's start from that sustainability or maintenance, so to say, because most of the time it's always a concerning thing. I was going through a particular estate. I can't remember. Someone told me, but I've forgotten. And I saw the state of that estate now, like the state of maintenance. And I wondered what provision the owner of the estate or the stakeholders are doing, for even people, occupants, people that are living there, what they are doing to make sure that the maintenance, the environment, because part of the evidence is moving forward years by is that okay, see the estates we have been able to create in particular so area in this year, and it's still standing very fine, still okay, maintenance check and all of that. Now let's talk about maintenance. How do or what provision does ArcView Investments Limited have in as regards maintenance over the years in all the estates that you have?
All right. Thank you very much, Lady Mo. You see, the most important thing is for you to go for quality project services from the beginning. See, you must try your best and do the best for the people. When you develop any estate and all the infrastructures are in place, you have your road network, you have the drainage systems working, and everything, the electricity in place. There wouldn't be an issue of maybe flooded estates or maybe there's this dilapidated structure somewhere because of water leakage or this. But if you have everything flowing well, then there will be, you can't really have,
Issues.
untoward issues.
Okay.
Now, to talk about maintenance, it's very important for you to bring all stakeholders together. Stakeholders, that is the homeowners. You must form the association and make sure that they are available.
Okay, you form association.
Yes, in all our estates we have homeowners association,
Okay.
whereby they handle most of what is going on in the estate, and then they always see to the development. Because we have developed, what we do is to now hand over to them to take forward, but we are always available to make sure that we support, to make sure that we are there to guide them and then to see to their needs, and make sure that things are going on as planned.
Okay. All right, of course, to ArcView of Hour on Mainland 98.3 from the Sound of Lagos. Talk to us before we move ahead to the farm estate and the opportunities we have. You want to secure, you want to go into agriculture. What are the opportunities? What are the area that people need to key into? Because you're talking about investment, investing wise. What properties can you invest wisely on?
Yes, you see, we just have to provide. You see, provision of food. It's everybody's task. We can't afford to be importing food. I'll keep saying this because when you look at you bringing food from anywhere in the world, you look at the quality of what you are importing. All this food would have been chemicalized, to preserve, most of what they are importing coming in. And you look at also FX. There's pressure on naira always because you'll be needing um, dollars to bring most of this food in. So and God has blessed us with arable land. So what is stopping us from farming? You should go into full agricultural production of food in large scale, and that's exactly what we are preaching there. We have been building houses. We have estates. We see how crops, do grow without even you planting them, in some of our estates. And we said, okay, this is a clarion call to everybody. And that was why we brought about ArcView Farm Estate. Now you can buy land. A plot is just 500, minimum of 3 plots. And if you don't have the time to do the farming, we have a very good arrangement with the locals. They are going to farm for you. You can pay them, or you do what's called JV. But at the end of the year, you share what is available. So we have the arrangement, and the the idea is all about what food abundance of food in the country. By December, there shouldn't be a situation where we'll be looking for food about the Christmas. We want to be selling rice for about 150,000 per bag. 1,000. That conversation shouldn't be again. We should by then we should be talking about maybe 30,000 naira per bag for a bag of rice. Because it is possible.
Right.
It is very possible. So I feel we are set.
Bought it at lower
Yes,
rate,
sure. We have once bought a bag for 3,000 naira. I remember when we started ArcView, we used to in 2010 we used to give out loads bags of rice to some of our customers, friends, staffs, at the end of the year. So now look at what is happening. So, but if we don't nip it now, we should continue. Yes, we keep putting pressure on naira, and as it goes up, things will be expensive, and not so. But it shouldn't be about food now, because it's almost about everything. We have to import everything. In fact, we have to import toothpick, and doesn't make sense. We have the God has blessed us with the resources, both human resources and natural, everything to produce. So just for us to put up our thinking cap and come together to do this together. So on our own part, this is what we have done. We have provided the land, and the land is very fertile, arable land, for farming. And as we said,
All right. Since you mentioned about farmland in ArcView Investment Limited, the very interesting thing about that is if you now struggle with the funding, ArcPay Microfinance Bank now bridges that gap and come into play, and definitely Ms. Ola will be giving us updates on how they have been able to give provisions and bridge that gap in case you're struggling with funding. Tell us about that, please.
All right. Thank you, Mo. Okay, so regarding funding, like you heard the CEO said, the minimum uh, number of plots of land is 3, and that takes it up to 1.5 million, which could be a huge chunk of money to take out of one's capital uh, in order to start the agriculture procedure. So we come in, like you said, to bridge the gap. We make funding available to ArcView Investments Limited on behalf of the customer, and the customer can pay back to us, uh, on installment basis for over a period of 2 years or 24 months. As the case may be. Of course, it is at the funding is made available by way of loan. Okay, so they will be paying interest on the money, but I assure you that the interest is competitive in the market. And the idea of extending it for 2 years is to make it, very convenient for people to be able to pay back, the money on a monthly basis. So once they indicate their interest, and they come to us, we do the paperwork for them and make the funding available to ArcView. ArcView will allocate the land to them so that they can start their farming expedition. They don't have to wait till they complete the repayment of the loan. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
They can actually start while they take their time and then paying back on a monthly basis.
All right. I started with sustainability and maintenance the other with ambassador. Does the farm estate or ArcView in collaboration with ArcView has that provision of maintenance over the years? And secondly, can someone that key into the family decide to say, okay, after so many years of agriculture, I don't want to use the land for agriculture anymore. I want to build a house on it. Is it possible?
Yes, well, I think it is possible. I'll start from the second question,
Okay.
right? It is possible to build a farmhouse. There are people, like, for instance, my daughter is interested in having a farmhouse. Can you believe that? She's 22, she'll be 23 this year, But it's one of the things she just mapped out for herself. So that tells me that even Gen Z people think in that direction. And they don't have to go to the villages to go and have a farmhouse. They can actually have a farmhouse in this kind of, pharmacy that ArcView had set out. All right, they're providing food for themselves. You understand, and they also can provide food for sale. We're talking. You made mention of sustainability. When you have food, you can sustain yourself. You can build your farmhouse on that place, not just a shed where they keep farming tools. No. It's 3 parts. You can actually have a proper farmhouse. You can develop greenhouse farming if you don't want the muddy aspect of the art. Exactly. You can actually have greenhouse farming, and it's fantastic. So people can do that. And then when it comes to maintenance, I believe that everybody that's been into a farm, you get people that will work on the farm to weed the farm, to do all of that. Yes, you will not do it by yourself, but just as the CEO has said, AgriHub had made arrangement where you can come into an arrangement with workers that will do the work for you. You either pay them off in cash or you come to an agreement of like a joint venture. You take a percentage of maybe whatever the produce that comes out of it. So, all of that.
We'll come back to get requirements, how to key to that requirement that are actually required for keying into the farmland. But let me come back to Ambassador. Permit me to go back again about the sustainability. Are there sanctions for house owners in ArcView states if they are not complying with maybe the rules or they are not complying with whatever guide that they are supposed to follow?
Yes, absolutely. There is. If you must you must have your drawings, and there must be approval before you can build. Then you must follow what was approved, for you. So
Initially.
if you go out of that, then there will be sanctions. So that's certain. So, and we are always on ground. We have our engineers in all our estates that guides and make sure they follow all the designs, their approval, so that there wouldn't be any major problem tomorrow. But that's why you see in some places when governments, when they are coming up with road construction, you have to be breaking fences, you have to be breaking some structures down because some are violated. They have the building plan and what they were given. Some decided to encroach on either setback or stuff like that. So you certainly there is if you go against
Okay, speak to us about investment in the aspect of commercial. What are the uh, areas of commercial that you can also invest in ArcView? If you decide to, okay, I don't want to go the commercial way, what area
Yes.
are available?
Thank you. There are diverse. Just think of any business you want to do. In all of our estates, we have some customers who have built hotels. We have hotels there. Some have lounges. Some have schools. In fact, we have in Orilemo today. We have about 3 schools in the estate.
In the estate?
Yes.
Wow.
Crèche, nursery, primary, secondary. Yeah, they have, and some have like a pure water factory. We have one there. Some, different, so you can do your business. Somebody built a shopping mall, can come and do that as well. Can build a hospital, your hospital can be built. At least that is also good for healthcare.
Right.
So, because we are bringing people there and they will need all these services, why not? We always grant them, but we are much more where we are interested. For you coming in to provide the basic needs for our residents.
Basically, ArcView Investment has ventured into almost everything. You can invest in whatever thing you want to invest in.
Yes.
Okay, I'll come back to you, Ambassador. Tell us about the requirements, what you need together, where you need to come to if you want to get the funding for the farmland estate.
Okay. All right. For those that may be interested, and we encourage you to please take up this opportunity, all you need to do is to fill the interest form to indicate that you're interested in the farmland. Once that is done, it comes to us, and then for us, all you have to show to us, apart from your regular IDs and all that, there are regular things we do and take. We want to be sure that you have the financial capacity to be able to repay the loan over the said period of time, which is going to be on a monthly basis. So that is all that you need to be able to show to us. It's especially good for workers, right? Those in paid employment, those that are running businesses, it's especially good for them. Also, it is good for cooperatives, maybe fellowships, because that in these cooperatives they usually have they have monies that they pay to the cooperative on a monthly basis. So there's something to show that, okay, hey, we just don't want to put this money down, at once, but we have the financial capacity to pay it over a period of time. That's all we need to have. And we can be reached at number 314 Ikorodu by Anthony Foster, Lagos. I take that again. Number 314 Ikorodu Road by Anthony Foster, Lagos. Thank you.
All right, in case same as ArcView Investment Limited, you want to reach out to where exactly you want to go physically. And in case you want to reach out, you can reach out to ArcPay Microfinance Bank on 0912 409 8204, 0912 409 8204, or 0811 961 1563, 0811 961 1563. You can also reach ArcView Investment Limited via 0708 088 8749, 0708 088 8749, or 0803 082 6990, 0803 082 6990. Just quickly, Ambassador, before we go this morning, what fast selling housing estate that we can quickly keep?
Okay, Treasure Hilltop Estate, Commander Lagbado is available. A 3-bedroom bungalow sells for 55 million, and a 4-bedroom duplex for 85, and a plot of land for 25 million. Commander Lagbado is just by Abule Egba. And also we have Treasure Island Estates, Mowe of Father. A 3-bedroom bungalow also is going for 15 million naira, a 2-bed for 15 and a 3-bed for 20 million naira. And for those, maybe for affordable, you need the land, we have Treasure Island Estate Ugiri, 550,000 for a plot, and you can. The total package is 1.3 million naira, but for the land is 550, and you can spread that for 12 months. Ikorodu is also available. A plot of land currently going for 15 million naira, and you can also spread that for 12 months. We have Bluestone. In fact, we have this special offer in Bluestone now. The estate is sold out, but we have just brought out about 5 units of 3-bedroom bungalows that you can buy a unit for 50 million naira. The estate is known as the most beautiful estate in the whole of Omowe town. You get to the site, you surely love it. For 50 million naira, you can own a 3-bedroom bungalow, fully finished. You just come in and enjoy yourself. And we also have in Lasamaja too. You need something within the Lagos, just within Lagos mainland here. A 3-bedroom flat for 75 million naira. The price is changing very soon. The price is changing very soon. So, next month, we are surely, we're going to change the price because the project as well appreciated very well, and we have we have done so much there. We have residents. Let's quickly pick what you need to pick, and we also have a plot of land, for 40 million naira. You can also spread that for 6 months available. And Ibadan is also still, we have money here Ibadan, 1.5 for a plot of land, 800 for half plot, and Osengiri Ibadan, 6 million naira for a plot of land, 3 million for half plot, 45 million for a 3-bedroom bungalow. So all these projects are available for everyone.
All right.
Just come in and become a landlord. In ArcView Investment Limited, we don't only build cities, we build lives.
All right, thank you very much, Ambassador, for your time this morning. CEO at the Investment Limited, Ambassador Segun Oshundare. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you.
And also, Ed Credit and Risk Management, ArcPay Microfinance Bank, formerly Prospect Microfinance Bank, Ms. Mary Malawi. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Mel, for
having me. I will definitely do this again next week, same time, same station. Keep it locked. Health Plus will definitely come your way shortly this morning. So stay locked to Mainland 98.3 FM. I remain more with